Good day, viewers and listeners. On today's COVID-19 update, Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony says the vaccination drive at Movietown on Sunday was a success and urges other persons to get vaccinated.
Well, first of all, I think we had a very good activity. We saw a lot of people coming out, not just with vehicles, but people came out. They turned part of the drive-through into a walk-through, and we literally had maybe hundreds of people who showed up that way. We had about 2,000 or so persons who got vaccinated. I think the staff is still trying to get the accurate numbers of how many persons actually got vaccinated. So while the numbers were predominantly for children who came to get vaccinated with their parents, some of the parents also took the opportunity of getting their shots as well. So by today, we should be able to get those accurate numbers of how many persons actually came and got their vaccines. So in terms of the rollout, what we have across the country, we'll have about 100 fixed sites where we're doing the normal vaccination using the Sinopharm, AstraZeneca, Sputnik V, and J&J vaccines. So these are going out to the different communities, and we'll be able to continue the adult vaccination. In addition to that, we would normally do some mobile teams. So we are converting those mobile teams now to do vaccination for the school children. And we have a schedule which we have worked out with the Ministry of Education, where we'll be going to the different schools, and hopefully we'll get the entire school population coming out so that we can vaccinate that school and move on. The Pfizer vaccines that we're using for school children would require the children to come back after 21 days so that they can get a second shot. And once they get that second shot, they'll be fully immunized. So we really hope that we can get the cooperation of parents, and if the trend continues as we've seen at Movietown, I think we'll very soon be able to vaccinate our entire school population, and these children would be able to return to school in a very safe environment. In terms of cases, over the last week or so, we have seen an increase in cases. On a daily basis, we're getting on average maybe more than 100 cases. And that's a worrying trend. From all the clinical parameters that we're seeing, it might be the new variants that are circulating. And apart from the increase in cases, we've also seen an increase in hospitalization. So right now, well, as of the last 24 hours, we have about 80 persons who have tested positive. Right now, we have 1,910 active cases across the country. And in terms of hospitalization, we have 104 persons who have been hospitalized. At Ocean View, we have 78 persons in the hospital right now, and we have 26 persons who are in the ICU. So you can see within a very short period of time, our ICU numbers have moved from about 12 right up to 26 right now. So this is showing that there are cases, people are getting infected, but they are getting a more severe form of the infection. And we really want to urge people to take all necessary precautions. And one of the best way that you can protect yourself is really by getting vaccinated. We have also seen that in some regions, there are a number of hotspots. So in Region 3, for example, Tushin continued to be a hotspot. We have now about 35 active cases in Tushin. In Parfait Harmony, we have 23 cases. So again, if these people are not isolating themselves and they're not wearing masks, they're not, protecting others, a lot more people can become infected. In Region 4, on the East Bank, we have at Diamond, the cases have gone up. We now have at Diamond 50 cases that are active. Grove, 44 cases active there. In Timeri, we got about 28 cases. On the East Coast, we see a number of cases in Better Hope, 28 cases in Better Hope. At Enmore, we have 22 cases. And in Mahaika, we have 21 cases right now. In and around Georgetown, and I want people to understand this, in and around Georgetown, we now have 409 cases. That's quite a lot. And when you disaggregate it, you see places like Camberville having about 37 cases, Sophia, 37 cases, Kitty, 29 cases, but almost every ward in Georgetown, we have cases that are active. So, if people are not going to adhere to the measures, we are going to see a significant increase in these cases. In New Amsterdam, currently, we have 27 cases, and in Bartica, we have 41 cases. So these are the main hotspots that we are currently monitoring, and I really do hope that people take precautions. So in terms of first dose, we right now at 60.7% of persons, the adults, would have received their first dose. That would be about 311,539 persons. In terms of second dose, we are at 160,649, which would be approximately 31.3% of our adult population receiving the second dose. We'll start giving the numbers for the children maybe from tomorrow. Obviously not. If you take the COVID-19 vaccine, vaccines are first of all designed to stimulate your immune system without giving you the infection. So taking the COVID-19 vaccine would prime your immune system to recognize the infection and protect you if you get infected.
This has been DPI's COVID-19 update. For more information, visit our website dpi.gov.gy or health.gov.gy and our social media platforms.